So it was a giant football weekend, and I cannot believe that we started with the Jets game because that was one of the worst games of the weekend. I even had it on
actual football play.
I had it on my list of
in college
games we probably don't need to talk about. Broncos and Jets were very high on the list. I normally have notes and just little things about the games. This one just had 3, and it was just stats. And I was like, maybe we'll get to it, but we probably won't talk about it way too much. But here we are, starting the show with it. Hey.
What?
Just like that, Alabama's the number 1 team in the country again.
How about that? I know.
What was that game?
The greatest game in the history of college football.
Okay, so here's the thing
we
about...
have the greatest game in the history of college football 3 times a year.
Here's the thing about...
That was it, though.
No.
But
that was
very
right.
good.
But
Listen,
it's all
that one was
right.
very good.
I'm going to peel back the curtain. Sometimes I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
This time I mean it. All right?
Here's the thing about that game being the best game of the year and the best game in college football and whatever, right?
History.
And the best game in college football history.
Yes.
Okay. It's the rare best game in college football history that if you were playing as a video game would have been ended because of a mercy rule.
Mm-hmm.
That is a game that I could not believe the final score. I told Fuentes I wasn't going to say this, but I will share this because
So this is something you weren't going to say, but now you're going to say it.
Yeah, I'm going to be upfront and honest about.
I'm pretty sure this is an experience that not only Billy had, that a lot of people had.
Yep.
But Billy's going to share it.
Okay.
I feel like Mikey knows where this is going, but it's just the
I already know the answer,
I
and
think-
I'm right there with you.
I think I do as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Georgia, Alabama.
Yes.
Last week I told you I was in love with football. It was appointment television. I was going to stop everything I was doing to watch it.
that was 4 days ago.
Yes, and you guys off air, little ribbing of me and said that is not true. We don't believe you for 1 second. I because of said ribbing, I made sure to make it appointment television and sit down and watch it. However, as a father of 2, 7:30 is a challenging start time for me.
Of course.
So
Indeed.
So I joined slightly after the 7:30 kickoff, and when I sat down, I think it was 7-0 turning 14-0, and then I watched it become 21-0, and then I think 28-0, and I said, okay, I think we're good here. I don't think I need to stay up until almost midnight to see how this game finishes. And what I did was I turned on the FIU game.
Wow.
Just to see if FIU would hold on, and they did, for those who were wondering. FIU held on, and they won. They're now 2-3 on the season.
Wow.
And then...
Congratulations. Pause up.
Pause up, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was watching the Miami-Virginia Tech game on my phone. And we can talk about that game later if you want. Because I was wondering, oh, man, Miami, I cannot believe that they're going to lose to Virginia Tech. And then
that was Friday night. That
was Friday.
You know what?
It feels like a month ago, right?
You're right about that.
But we can still talk about it because the Hokies got hosed. How
You're
about
right
that?
about that.
Yeah.
Friday, I watched that on my phone, falling asleep.
Penn State, Illinois.
Saturday, no, I just fell asleep.
Right.
It was a beach day.
Yeah.
I was there with the family.
Always tired after that.
Yeah, a lot of sun. A lot of sun. Lo and behold, I wake up and I say, whew, I cannot believe that game ended the way that it did.
Right.
Can't believe it.
Right.
Ryan Williams, 17.
Amazing.
You know what I was doing at 17?
What?
Not that.
I know.
Not that. None of that.
I was.
None of that.
Yeah, you were.
I feel like, and I don't, I mean, look, I'm not a lawyer. I don't even know what day games are on, apparently. But I feel like if you hit him hard enough, that's child abuse. He should not be on that field with adults getting beat up.
Yeah. No one hit him, though. I mean,
No, that's true.
he avoided all people trying to hit him.
Anyways, we'll get back to football later.
We have 17-year-olds playing against 28-year-olds. What a time for college football.
Let's go.
Jalen Milroe,
He's good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good at football.
He's good. Now, Beck came into that game as many people thought he was the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft.
Yeah.
I'm not certain it's not Jalen Milroe. I mean, I'm serious. That guy is so good. I said it last year. Everyone laughed at me. I mean, he's every bit as good as, if not better, than Hurts and Tua. I mean, he is. Look at the numbers. Compare the numbers.
To who? To Hurts and Tua?
Yeah. Jalen Milroe might go down. If they win the national championship, could go down as the greatest Alabama quarterback ever.
I feel like you say that every year, though, that they have a good quarterback.
Just like it was the greatest college football game of all time.
Yeah.
Well, this time I'm serious.
It's up there.
This
time I'm serious.
The rare 439 passing yard performance from Carson Beck that was kind of like, not a great game.
Now that Georgia
3 interceptions.
That Georgia team in the second half might be the best team in the country.
It's true. It's true.
Beck certainly looked like the number 1 overall pick in the second half.
He did until he didn't.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, because of the new playoff format, you have been against this game being important. Now that it happened, did you change your thoughts? I mean, you just called it the greatest college football game ever.
It was.
But it wasn't as important.
Well, the stakes aren't as high because Georgia still has a very good chance and likely will make the playoffs. So that's the big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, in years past, if Georgia loses this game, it would be a very difficult path back to making it to a college football playoff with 4 teams.
Well, just look last year.
Right.
Last year, they were basically a shoo-in. They lost the SEC championship, and now they're completely out.
Yes.
Where this year,
right,
it's a totally different story.
Like, Georgia's in, and Georgia might be the second best team in the country. They might be the best team in the country.
Well,
like, there's no scenario in which Georgia is going to be left out of a 12-team playoff.
No, probably not.
That's why. That's the only reason I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But the game itself was great. I mean, it was. It's Alabama, Georgia.
The good thing about the playoff is now we have the possibility of having that game again.
Yes.
Or something.
And again.
And
We
again.
could have it twice
again.
more.
I feel like 2's enough. I don't want 3. I don't want the same game 3 times.
I agree with you, Billy. I agree
just-
with you.
two's-
I want
two's
a
plenty.
rematch. I don't need a three-peat.
Yeah, exactly right. No, thank you.
Well, hold on. Let me present this scenario. If
No.
Georgia wins the next, if Georgia wins the next one, you guys don't want a third, like a rubber match. You don't want that.
It's like a championship, like a
Two's
heavyweight
enough?
fight. Like a heavyweight fight.
Right.
You got to get part 3.
Well, no, they're saying no. They're saying two's enough.
That's ridiculous. That's
yeah, no,
ridiculous
thank
talk.
you.
You might get it 3 times though.
Not in the same season. No, thank you.
The problem is you're not going to get that game 3 times. You'll never get that game again.
It was the greatest game ever. How
The
can
last time I said,
Until the next one.
right, but the last time I said a college football game was the greatest college football game of all time, and I meant it, was Miami, Nebraska, 1983 Orange Bowl, I believe. That's it.
Not Boise State, Oklahoma Fiesta Bowl.
No, get out of here with that. I mean, Jesus.
It's going to be a long week that I thought Miami
Flea
played on
flicker, a little
Saturday.
hook and ladder, whatever that play was, Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
And a
Statue of
marriage
Liberty.
proposal? No. Nope. I said at the time, though, it was the greatest game. I didn't mean it.
I want to check in on that, Mary.
Texas
I'm about to
USC.
say, either still together?
What, Vince Young? The Vince Young game? I said at the time, right after the game, it was the greatest game of all time. I did not mean it.
I want to check
Didn't
on this
mean it, though.
marriage
Okay.
proposal.
This time, I mean it.
Let me know if they're still together.
I'm looking on
Who?
this. I'm Ian Johnson.
The proposal.
Yeah, who proposed after the game. I'm
Yeah,
wondering
I
how that
wonder how they're
marriage is
doing.
going.
Yeah.
Oh, you're, it's like The Bachelor.
Yeah. Well, whoa. This is not the same Ian Johnson. This is an old man.
This could be very
Checking to see if they're still.
Yeah, I'm
gave
trying
one
to check
more
on that.
time.
Let's
marriage.
not do this. Let's not do this.
We'll get to that later. Wow, he's 39 now, huh? Time flies. That's
Ian
crazy.
Johnson?
That's crazy.
That is the most shocking thing I've ever heard.
39?
Yes. Holy cow.